Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Dana Lynnette and I welcome you and thank you for stopping by my corner of YouTube. So today I want to talk to you about my first, some people call it a retie, some say retightening, I say interlocking my roots. So for those of you who have been following my recent or my newly begun journey of DIY micro locks, you know that I installed these bad boys December 3rd was my official day of being done with my installation, and I have a couple of update videos about what this journey has been like for me so far. Let me just say up front, I am so glad that I made the decision to lock my hair with micro locks. It is hair freedom, and I'm going to dedicate a video to that. But definitely best decision, good decision, great decision. I'm glad. So the last video, I think I was at about 3.5 weeks. Today, let's see, if I started December 3rd officially, and today is New Year's Eve, that's the 31st. I am 2 days away from being 1 month. So we're going to pretty much call this 1 month. So a few days ago, I did my retie, and I'll show you what I used, and then I'll give you a close-up of my hair. I went out and bought some hats last night because I have such a big head, and since I was always wearing wigs or weave, like wearing hats was virtually impossible because they don't make them that big. But since I'm just rocking my hair right now, I can squeeze a couple on. And so I bought this cute little fedora at Cato last night, and I dig it. So as far as my retie, here's what I did. I have this cute little Mister bottle that I bought at Sally Beauty. It was less than $10. Seems like it was 7 and some change maybe. But that's what I use to, if my head feels itchy or if it feels dry, or if I need to manipulate my hair and I know it's dry, then I'll mist it with a little bit of water. The water in here is any kind of bottled water around my house. It could be distilled water, it could be spring water, it could be purified drinking water. It doesn't matter to me as long as it's not coming out of the faucet. So this is spring water. It's Deer Park spring water. And my tools are these. So I used the duckbill clips. Actually, I use any kind of clip I have in the house. And I use this crochet latch hook needle situation. So it is very important to use some sort of clip or bobby pins or whatever to separate your hair. When you are working on a single twist, that's all you want to be working on. Now, after I did my first wash, as you guys know, I did not interlock my hair. And now I understand, now that I've done my retie, I understand when people talk about the importance of not going too long without a retie. Now, after my first wash, I just wasn't sure. Is it time? Is it not time? So I didn't. But then on Monday, it was Monday. Monday, I was in the bathroom. Monday night, I just went in I was in the bathroom and I looked in the mirror and I was like, man, these edges look so rough. I'm putting so much edge control on that perimeter. It's like more product than I want to be putting in my hair. It shouldn't be like that. So I was like, well, let me just take my little tool and tighten a couple and see, you know, what that looks like. And I kept going and I kept going until 3 hours later and I was done. My lock count. I started out with 239 twists, okay? 239 micro locks. That is not a lot, especially when you consider the size of my head. But my hair in its natural state looks so thick, but really it's not. My hair is not very dense. It's sort of thin. Plus my edges were thinner because I used to pull my hair. I just pulled it out. Trichotillomania, I think they call it. I mean, I'm not like clinically diagnosed, but I used to, when I was in middle school, just pull like a hobby, just pull my hair until I realized it wasn't growing back, and then suddenly I was cured. I stopped pulling my hair. So my sides are, you know, a little thinner than they normally would be. But my hair in general is really not very dense. So I only have two. I started out with 239. I had one coming loose before I washed, and I turned it into 2. So then I had, wait, do I even have the number right? I'm going to put the number on the screen if I'm incorrect. I have to check my notes, which are in my phone, and I'm filming with my phone. But I think I started out, it was either 239 or 249, and then I had an extra one. And then, so I was talking about the importance of separating. So even with my efforts to separate, first of all, a lot of the roots were starting to trying to grow together. So I did actually have to take some twist and pull them. They just break a loose where they were kind of intertwined and entangled with each other. And then, you know, sometimes I just wouldn't take time to pin away because you're trying to get done. You're trying to get through it. So I wouldn't take time to make sure all 4 sides of a particular twist, you know, were secured and out the way. And I have probably 3 or 4 situations in my head now where they're joined at the root and they're separate. And I don't want to twist them together because they'd be too thick. Some of the twists in the back of my head are already thick. And so I don't want to join 2 thick ones to have an unusually large lock in comparison to the rest of them. So I don't know what I'm going to do about those. There were a few that I accidentally, I don't know if you call that marrying together or just tying them together, inadvertently joining locks. There were a few that I was able to catch myself and pull them apart. But again, I have 3 or 4 combinations that, you know, they're accidentally tied together. I don't know what I'm going to do about them. You know, I hesitate this early to take scissors to them. Last thing I need is to cut a whole lock up out my head. So, actually I can say twists. They're not locks at this point, but I'm going to call them locks. Speak those things, right? So that was an interesting situation. But I'm glad that I have so few. After washing, at the bottom of my neck, there were a couple that came loose that I turned into multiple. So I'm going to have to recount. But I think I still have no more than 250 in my head. So that is a very doable situation for me in terms of self-maintenance. So I'm going to take off this hat and kind of spin around or give y'all some angles of what my hairs look like. Now I have hat hair. You know, I'm going to church tonight and share some testimony. We're having a testimony service tonight for the new year. So I'm feeling real fly in my little hat. So my little fedora. It's kind of a grandpa looking hat, but let me get up in this camera so y'all can see the freshness of the Retie. I laid my edges with shining gel. But look at all this scalp you can see. It's a beautiful situation. So I don't think I retied my hair too tightly, but I sure did feel it, you know, as I was trying to go to bed that night. So I hope I gave, let me see, did I give y'all a good view of the back? I pulled my hair to the side here, as you can see, so that it can kind of be coming about this hat like I want it. Yes, hitting on everything, sis. Happy New Year. Anyway, so thanks for watching. My first retie was a success, with the exception of those 3 or 4 Siamese lock situations that I'm gonna have to deal with. If you have any pointers, put them in the comment section. I think I'm gonna hope that they kind of get to a place where I can safely cut them as my roots grow out. But I don't know, I'll deal with that in the future. I could not be bothered. I had to be done. So thank you for stopping by my channel. Thank you for taking an interest in my journey. A lot of you, I watch your videos. I'm so excited about all your updates. Don't stop posting your videos. I really enjoy your updates and watching your growth. It encourages me about mine. So this is a Bantu knot out curl situation. These curls do not want to fall. They've been slept on, ponytailed, and everything else, and they too legit to quit. So I'm gonna have to braid it to get a different look. But yeah, I'm just having a great time. So Happy New Year. 2020 was a good year. Say it with me, y'all. 2020 was a good year, but 2021 is going to be better. I'll see y'all in 2021.
Yeah, we serve God around these parts. Alpha and Omega, he be finished before we start. The great I am, the one who let us know who we are. Christ the cardiologist created me a clean heart.